Is that music good or it needs to go lower?
For the moment, we're good. We'll see where we are in a minute.
So, picking up from the Firebrands, last we left you all, you had fought off a small ambush of some hobgoblins who had accosted you, calling you out, essentially saying, "Stand and deliver," and you did the delivery.
Okay, now it got loud.
Yeah, I'm gonna be changing that.
The high notes are too high.
Yeah. It's an EQ.
How's that?
Much better.
Excuse me. Yeah. Accosted by hobgoblins that seem to not care what you all said until one of you tried to say that you were followers of Amashtu, and then went after said person. I will never understand that one. But yes, but finding that these hobgoblins literally did not care who you were, because they had seemed to be almost hired by the nearby drow as of that your thoughts are currently. as these hobgoblins seem to be a clan, or part of a clan or tribe that has been at war with the ruling family of Balfurum. I believe it was the Sky Razors or something. Let me look at I should have opened my notes before this. That would have been wonderful, Greg. The Sky Miners, yes. And after some brief talking with your temporary drow companion, have found out what you could, and are now free to continue your walk to Balfurum to finish your contract.
And thus, we ride.
I believe I said it was cool, almost evening when this fight began, I believe.
I don't recall if you actually established a time, so yeah, that
Okay.
works.
Yeah. So I would say probably about like nearing evening, so you travel for a few more hours. I do recall that I had said that you were only a few more, at least 1 or 2 days away from Balfurum itself. Maybe. Okay. Along with Kiyome's march and all that, you will come to the you will be at least let me rewind my words. The only thing of note, well, this should probably be RP'd. On the night of the day before you all begin your final trek to Balfurum, the drow. Let me see if I had his name. What is his name? Doggone it.
We will now call him Steve.
Yeah, Juke. Duke does kind of make a sort of show of packing some gear and looking like, and as you all are setting up travel or setting up camp, he is actually setting up to continuing traveling, and says to you all that says to Len to pass on to the others, since he doesn't know common, that knowing that what's at Balfurum, who's there, and everything, he cannot go.
Alright, well, best of luck then. Safe travels. You know where to go if you need, if you want to try a different life.
Somewhere?
He's setting off on his own.
Well, good luck with that.
Even behind the mask and goggles, he kind of jerks back a little at the sheer sincerity of your statements, and just the sheer accepting of letting him go.
Before he leaves...
If he was going to stab us in the back, he would have done it by now, so I got no reason not to trust him.
Before he leaves, I will hand him a super cure light potion. What makes it super is I critted it, so it heals. In this case.
Ooh, you're giving him the crit potion. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Is he going for speed?
Say what?
Are you trying to go to distance with him, man?
I'm from what I have heard, him being on the surface will be like a giant bullseye to both his own people and lots of others. So it's like, here, be with the healing.
He'll take it and kind of cradle it at first, kind of like hold it to his chest, like, and look to you and be like, and since it is dark, he does at least take off the goggles in a very broken comment. Thank you.
I'll just smile at him and give him a nod.
You're still under the effect of tongues, by the way. I cast that earlier.
Oh, right.
No, it's been at least a
No, because I cast that in the last session.
Yeah.
I
we've
know.
had a little bit of we've had a few days travel since then.
I think.
I'd cast it again.
Yeah. By the way, Eric, he is exotic.
And yes, did you want to add anything, Eric, or were you just going to go about your business? Just curious.
There really isn't much I can do. I just go about my business. Just wish him well.
You kind of give off a salute. Kind of a universal good luck.
Okay. Question, if we have in fact been traveling a couple days, could I be doing some brewing while we travel?
Yes, I believe you have like some kind of traveling thing. It's only been like at least 1 day of travel.
Okay. That's still one potion that I can make.
While you do that, Tristan, Juke does ask you though before he heads off if what your father did, like when he came to the surface, like what made him stay? What did he do?
Well, partly partly life of adventure, or partly because he found love?
He kind of scowls a bit at the mention of love, but
Love is love.
so just adventure. Adventure then.
Adventure, coin, the thrill of a worthy adversary, rival, and/or opponent. You hear him tell it. His primary rival was the one he ended up marrying. Thrill of the hunt, competition, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, you see him kind of stare off into the distance for a time. And then finally he takes out a piece of paper. Actually, he kind of goes to one of his packs, one around his neck, takes off a small tablet that looks like. Do you know what this is? It's a small kind of like net, circular. I can't think of the word in my head, but it has a symbol on it. It's almost like a necklace, but a little bit bigger.
Kind of like a pendant.
A pendant, yes, thank you.
Some sort of knowledge check.
You may.
Would this be like an arcana or religion?
Let me grab my d20.
I would debate. Give me just a regular d20 for now, adding your intelligence. I'm trying to figure out what that would be. I think nobility would be this, but you're able to make the check for various reasons.
Okay, let's say, because I don't have nobility.
Okay. And Kiyome, you can make the roll as well if you so choose.
Hey, Kiyome gets to make a knowledge check. Alright.
I do have nobility under knowledge if I could roll that.
Well, yeah, since you all have like knowledge of the Firebrands, I will allow it.
I'm a bard, I just roll everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just because shut up.
But how do you shut up?
19. This is the one I don't have a rank in, so that's going to be, instead of +9, I don't have a rank in it, so it's only +8? Yeah, only +8. So, 17.
That was the best roll.
17 plus 8. 7 plus 8 is 15. 15 plus 10.
As you do the travel, the brewing goes fine. However, you have no idea what that pendant is, Kianara.
Oh.
It's a very nice pendant that has a pretty interesting symbol on it of some kind. It seems more like scratchings to you, though. It's like, it's nice. Kind of glows a little.
It's glowing? Detect magic.
Very faintly. Like, not enough to light up an area, but like soft glow. And you may detect magic while you kind of do this. For Len and Kyome. For Kyome, you know, along with the detect magic, that this is some kind of... It is a sign of nobility of some kind. Since he's a drow, this does... You figure this is some kind of sign of nobility of some kind. Because of your particular knowledge you would be available to. However, you're not able to garner farther than that. With the detect magic, however, you do sense that it does have like some kind of... is simultaneously a sort of source of power, but also like something is on it, like a spell, and as you do focus a little bit more on it, it seems to have like some kind of tracking spell on it. A mild one that you're able to like kind of chafe off of at first, like kind of scratch on. For Len, though, because of your particular background of it's your dad, you know that this is a Drow noble house's. This basically signifies that he is a member of a specific house of the Drow. Like an actual nobility instead of a sheer commoner.
Yeah.
And knowing this also, you know that that Drow can also kind of focus on their charm and allow them on this pendant, which allows them to levitate and do other Drow abilities that are once per day, making it allowing them to do it more than once per day, essentially. However, what your father also told you is that it keeps track of the family also, as it were. Because this individual is of the family and is to be responsible of the family. If your father has told you stories of if there have been one or two rogue, like every once in a while, a rogue drow that has tried to go away from the house for various reasons, whether to escape assassination or whatever, they've been usually tracked down using this. He holds it out to you, kind of ripping off the ties to it, kind of clenching onto it a little bit, but then holding it more forwards out to you. I want you to take it. And actually, do you know what this is?
It's a symbol of your house and something they can use to find you.
Yes. I want you to take it along your travels and get rid of it. I do not care how, I do not care when. Just get rid of it, please.
Not a problem.
Can I do a spellcraft check to determine the level of that tracking spell?
Sure.
$19 plus... Where is my spellcraft? There's my spellcraft. Ooh. Happy. Da, 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 da. 18 plus 9. I'm gonna put it at...
I mean, they're already tracking us pretty effectively. What's a bullseye at this point?
Spellcraft. 28 in a spellcraft.
You're getting a little bit of it, but holy Holy shit, that's a powerful tracking. You're pretty sure that if they had been wanting to send people after him, they would have by now, and yeah, this is basically painting a target on his back. It depends on how far he goes, but you're kind of figuring that it's probably a good idea he does get rid of it.
I need to check something. I have an idea now.
Oh.
Misdirection. Pathfinder.
Are you going to be doing anything specifically? Just curious.
I'm thinking.
We
1
don't
hour.
have time.
Oh, sorry.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh. If this is this a divination spell? Let me rephrase this.
That's usually how tracking spells work.
I just want to make sure.
I believe so.
Okay. I cast misdirection on it. And the target of the misdirection that the object will look like is going to be one of the dead gods. Wait, no, we're not there anymore. Fuck.
I was gonna say,
I'll cast it on a tree. Wherever that pin goes, for next, what are we, level 7 again?
Yeah, we're 7 now.
7 hours.
For the next 7 hours, they'll only see the tree.
Well, no, this isn't scrying. This is a tracking. They're not gonna see the tree. It's they would just be going towards that tree.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay, because you said they're gonna see the tree. I'm like, is that what you're trying to do, or?
No, basically, I'm making the tracking spell attack the tree instead of the pendant. At least in the terms of not actually removing the spell, but misdirecting them.
Okay. It is a level spell, so go ahead and give that primal.
At level 7, isn't it, can't remember, isn't it 10 plus something?
No, it's a bard level 2. It's for you, it's bard 2.
No, I'm talking about the actual concentration
Yeah,
check.
primal. Primal is 15 plus twice the spell level, so you need
I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about the, concentration check itself, not the difficulty.
Oh no, for the primal check you do either a spellcraft or you do a caster level.
That's it. And casting what the caster level check modifier would be. It's level 7.
Tristan, whatever you just said, I didn't hear it over the music.
I said you were asking what your caster level check was for level 7.
Yes. Isn't it like 10 plus level plus casting step? Or something like that?
What?
I thought it was
No, I think
like...
that's difficulty.
Hang on, I'm looking.
Okay, wait, what part? Wait, why are you doing a caster level check?
Because he doesn't have ranks in spellcraft, so he has to do a concentration check.
I do have ranks in
Oh.
spellcraft, but I'm choosing to do concentration check because the concentration check is actually higher
But
than my
he can't
spellcraft.
remember what his modifier to a concentration check is.
Okay, so it would be 10 plus it's your caster level plus your current plus your modifying stat. I think it's charisma for you.
Yeah.
So it's your caster level plus charisma and then plus dice.
Okay, 24.
You're fine then. So you cast it fine, and let's see, one creature close doesn't say you have to touch it, so you go up to. So after Juke hands it to Len, you kind of step over. It's like, hey, can I touch that real quick? And it's like, I don't know. Well, why would you want to? Boop, and you kind of cast misdirection. Kind of gather up seem to take a swipe away some of the energy away from the pendant and cast it at a nearby tree.
And there we go.
That'll solve our problem for today, at least. That this could possibly create.
For now. But yes, he just wants you to get rid of it at some point. And
Define get rid of?
Make it not be around people. Specifically him.
he has basically indicated you can do whatever you want with it after that.
Nowhere near me.
Get away from him. That's all he cares about. You can chuck it into a river, you can chuck it into the wild, you can feed it to an animal or whatever, he does not care.
Okay. That was my 2 cents. The moment I heard that was a track spell, I was like, and yeah, no, I don't want to deal with that.
Fair enough. Okay, so after you're seeing that, he kind of nods like, good luck, and walks. He goes to a nearby stick, tosses it up, watches where the pointiest end goes, and it points south. He goes north.
I remember that trick.
So yes, Juke has left the party. If anyone does not have anything particular, we can travel to the next day.
Yeah, we can resume travel now, I think.
Resume traveling!
I'm good.
There we go.
And we are heading to, it's not Bolfamir, shit.
Balforum.
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 No.
We're heading to Beirut.
Beirut. Yeah, to remind the folks at home that are following.
Ah, I think we've had some additions to this map.
Have we?
No.
It looked a little, there's been some additional symbol thing with the paint tool, but might just be me. It's been a while.
No, there wasn't a line before.
Yeah, that's basically been your road. That is to signify that you guys have basically found a road from Uxkhal to Balfodum. From Uxkhal to Mavas to Balfodum. On the old Tanalorn line.
Okay.
Because who knows, you can pay... Map finders might pay good money for that information. Alright. As you are approaching the where on the map it says Balfodum. Let me do a thing. Don't need this archive. You're going farther east and a more need to check something. More mountainous area. As you do kind of see it off in the distance amongst the several mountains, though. Not getting a clear definition from here, but there seems to be in front of one of the mountain ranges a very long and vast plains. Long field in front of it. That seems to have some kind of activity on it, but you're kind of farther away from it at this moment to know what it is.
Hang on.
This is a sight thing. There's a bit of ways.
Yes, it's a long way away. It's like you're seeing this several miles away.
Spyglass!
Since it's a
Haha!
even the spyglass kind of gives, like, you're able to see that there's color and some kind of tents. You think there are some kind of structures, like smaller structures compared to the city.
What direction is the wind blowing?
I'm gonna say that you are heading from the east, that's the west. It's blowing in a. If you're facing the city, which is east. It is blowing to your southwest.
Okay.
So behind and away from you.
Okay.
So it looks like there's battle happening over there. We probably should detour around that.
Well, should we at least see what sides are fighting?
Technically do both. We can, keep an eye out to see what sides are fighting and not get sucked into it. I mean, I'm all for helping people out, but I'd rather not be standing right in the middle of an active battlefield while doing it.
Kiyomi, are you okay with skirting the battlefield?
I never liked being directly a part of the battle. So yes, I'm okay with this.
I would say that way we'll know if it is somebody that needs help, we can adjust accordingly, but more likely as not, it's...
Two armies fighting each other.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're just as likely to get in the way.
You do approach closer and closer. Though with a spyglass, as Len is kind of seeing it, you do see a small haze of smoke suddenly rise and then disappear.
Do we hear the sounds of fireballs or gunshots?
You're a bit too far away to hear. Well,
Because if there's gunshots,
you hear. Yeah. See, but it is very loud. However, the way I'm thinking that you're quite far away, as though you do hear a very dull. Like very light, as if a very, very distant thunderstorm.
Okay.
So you kind of approach the ways. Are you back on the main roads, or still kind of skirting back and forth?
Skirting back and forth, I think, still.
Okay. See, as you do travel the main road, it does seem to get busier and busier with more caravans and more people. They seem to be having You're not seeing signs of alertness on them. In fact, some of them are actually quite excited, and some of them are talking very jubilantly with one another. You do see some caravans kind of stopping each other and kind of swapping information, though you might be a tad too far away to hear them just normally talking, unless you wish to investigate.
Do you want to talk to people, see if they know anything of value?
I mean, I'm currently in the process of singing our marching song, so I wouldn't have anything to say unless you guys actually want it to completely stop.
And there would also be along the road, now that I thought about it. You do see what you can gather as soldiers of some kind, maybe of Balfotum, because you seem to see the same uniform over and over again. Dwarven riders on very large goats. On like rams and all that, you know.
Somebody's been reading the Tal'Dorei book.
With a little bit of the Hobbits, but
Maybe.
yeah.
Okay,
Well, Goat Knight was a big thing in the Tal'Dorei book.
are they heading... I take it they're heading towards the battle?
No, they are actually kind of just going along the roads. Like, you're finding squads of maybe 5 or so once in a while.
Okay,
And when I say once in a while, I really do mean once in a while.
I will go over and flag one of them down. Excuse me, sir.
Are you flagging a caravaner or a dwarf?
Whichever one's in the military uniform.
Alright, the Balfour. Welcome. As you kind of had, I imagine this would be on the when you're one of the times you're taking a normal path of other people. It seems that because there seems to be a much larger influx of people suddenly.
Okay.
He kind of puts a halt to his woman. Yes, citizen. What do you need?
I was wondering if you had any information about the battle yonder, and I'll gesture towards the battle. Is it anything, a prelude to anything that we should be concerned with?
At the mention of battle, he grows kind of. You see his eyebrows raise a bit. A bit. But then, as you point in the direction, as he's kind of grabbing for one of his weapons, like you see his direction, like, No, lad, that's not a battle. That's demonstration, as you were.
Oh. A festival then?
I suppose you can call it that.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Of course, citizen. Me? Enjoy. If you're heading to the city of Balfurum, enjoy your stay.
I'll give him a smile. I think I will.
And then he, with a very flashy grin, he smiles and says, all right then, let's keep going. And kind of jostles them to go forward. And the other four follow him,
Alright.
kind of at a quicker pace.
I'll rejoin the party. Well, that was a nice dwarf. It's implied that there's... I believe it's some sort of festival. He phrased it as demonstration. Though I guess it could also be a weapons test.
Typically, when they have that many people out there, demonstration would mean more like, show of force. It's somebody's dicking around out here.
Well, in any case, he in fact told us to enjoy our stay at Balforum since this is the main road to it. Probably nothing to be of much concern.
A demonstration or festival? That is intriguing. I kind of want to go to it now.
I wouldn't mind investigating it myself, and I believe this is still in the direction of Balforum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now that you're actually having a closer look, the large field in front of the large field that you saw in front, that was actually kind of in front of the city itself.
Okay.
Alright.
Snaggerjack. I need to buy new triple A's. Unless you know if any triple A's around here.
There might be some in your mom's drawer, I don't know.
Okay.
So I guess we're swinging around.
Swinging around?
Towards the town, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of putting it a wrong picture. Let me put it this way. Let me go to
Okay,
a blank
swing
sheet.
over towards the town. Better.
Okay, swing over towards the town. Okay. Whew. I was gonna be like, wait, I'm not making a clear picture of this, I think. So, as you head towards Balforum, you do now get a much more clear sense of the time. And let me pause a moment to check something. Do y'all hear anything by chance except me?
Just you typing.
Yeah.
Occasionally I hear music, but it comes and goes.
Comes and goes as it pleases.
Which is fine, because, usually it has good timing.
Exactly.
I'm kind of excited. If there's some sort of festival going on, there could be anything.
Could even be a boat.
Happening. Hey, I'd pay some silver to see a land boat.
How much silver?
I'm on a boat.
Start
He says, slowly raising his design sketchbook.
I'd pay to see a land boat. Oh, really? I'll take your money from you.
2 weeks later, he's got like this galleon on like wheels, just rolling through the.
Don't joke, it's land ships. I mean,
Yeah.
700 gold.
Give me a week.
Oh God. We're gonna have a land ship, guys.
I will mark it off now, just so I don't make a mistake with maths later.
As Len invents the Renaissance version of the Imperial Juggernaut.
Yep.
Or gets bored halfway through and ends up inventing the spider from Wild Wild West instead.
Both are valid options.
all right.
Somehow invents tanks.
As you approach the city, you do see that the field is now very large, several acres of field that, like, it's almost ludicrous, like, the very vast landscape in front of you that has no trees to speak of, just plain flat ground that essentially leads up to the city itself.
Oh.
And as you approach, you do hear the sound of drums kind of going off from the fields that nearly half the field, well, maybe a quarter of the field is filled with several tents. And you see hundreds of thousands of people. You see glints of armor and smoke and the like. And as you approach, you hear something go off. And just
What was that?
several people yelling, talking, and
Préparez. Cocher en joue.
and see more lines of people
Ouvrez les bassinets. Feu. Retirez vos armes.
That are kind of up. You hear all that kind of sound off to the side where you see a bunch of lines of men, several soldiers with like near boxes and practice dummies and all that. Several lines of men with what seems to be rifles firing and cannons and the like. Yeah, this is a demonstration, all right. The demonstration of Balfour.
Those are alright, but they ain't.
I'll be, as we get closer, I'll be, flinching whenever a cannon goes off.
Brother of the fire first.
For
That's
Len, for
Nothing,
Len's
just
sake, because he would be interested, he does see something kind of mounted that basically is essentially with several barrels put together and firing at once. Seems to be some kind of new contraption that, or newish, that he might have heard of at least. And yes, this is the scene that rises before you.
I'll look over to Kiyomi and Len. So, what do you two think?
Could be interesting to check out. Though somehow I doubt they'll let me touch anything.
Well, I'm sure we can snag a uniform for you if you want to get close.
Let's not do that.
Looks at the dwarves. Looks at himself. Looks at the dwarves. Draws a dotted outline of about 2 feet of height difference.
Actually, here you do see more of those uniforms, several uniforms of what you can guess of the Balforum army. But you also see amongst them humans, half-orcs, half-elves. You see several different races in a very vibrant colored uniforms that seem to have no armor at all, and they with a amalgamation of weapons and the like. As you were slowly approaching the town, you're able to notice, and they seem to be talking to passing caravanners with wide smiles and very jubilant attitudes. Halberds, pikes, two-handed swords, crossbows. Some are sporting firearms. Hello, Sierra.
Hello.
Feeling better?
Welcome.
No, my head is now pounding. Dizziness is over, but I have like the worst headache known to men. So I took some ibuprofen.
Okay, good.
Maybe you should lie down and have a cold washcloth on your head.
I do and I do. I mean, I am and I do.
Then why are you here?
Because wireless technology?
No, I
yeah,
mean,
I have my earbuds in, so...
You shouldn't be listening with earbuds, because this isn't ASMR. This isn't gonna help your headache.
It's low. It's down low.
Okay, and I'll try to keep that in mind.
Okay.
And then, my room, I'm in the dark right now, so...
That'll do. Okay, well, this is your own poison.
Don't worry, we'll know when somebody, sets her off. Somebody will open the door and we'll just hear, nothing but expletives.
That is true, I do tend to explode.
Explosivo. Okay, but to fill you in quickly, well, actually, would anyone mind me quickly filling her in, or does anyone want to do it themselves?
Wandered in a red flare.
Well, I mean, it basically is kind of a Ren fair. But,
he's not wrong.
I mean, yeah, he's not wrong. But, there is, the other things of note is that Juke, the drow that has been traveling with you, has kind of said his farewell, because he's like, you're heading to a place that I can't really stand, and plus there's other my families there, so bye. The party has wished him well. Yeah, the party has wished him well, and basically said good luck. And he went north, never to be seen again.
Don't worry, he'll get a DLC or something, I'm sure.
Just like the other guy, who was a little bit of a showboat.
Yes, Raylan, or whatever his name was. Except he went west. But yes. And you have the party has come to the outskirts of Balforum itself. Balforum is set within a is quite literally set into a mountain with a very large plain, as in a very large field, very blank field, is like rolling out from it. And in fact, as part of it, knowledge history for my people, and or history, geography, or local.
Okay.
I have none of those, so alright.
Let's see, history, geography, or local.
Mm-hmm.
I am unfortunately.
I don't have any of that, do I?
I'm unfortunately not trained in any of that.
I don't think you do now.
If you have ranks in
Nat
it,
20 on local.
Nice.
Local. Let's see, local.
I mean, on the bar, I can eventually do all of them if you
Yeah,
want me
popular locations. And you know what? I'll add in the history behind this place. As usual, we're approaching. You did. Kiyome would be able to inform you, if she so choose, that that this particular city has become very popular and one of the more strong. Everyone can hear me fine, right?
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious because of the sound and all that. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Anyways, the city, Balfurum, used to be one of the many dwarven sky fortresses built in the age before. If I'm remembering my history right for Galarian, before the first humans, actually, during the time before the Great Cataclysm. The sky fortresses were an attempt by the dwarves because they felt they had been tasked by Torag to go forth unto the sky and claim it, whatever was there. So they went up from their underground homes and fought off orcs and the like, causing them to come up. But when they reached the sky, the so-called sky, they built fortresses to essentially establish themselves in order to fight the orc menace that soon came with the sun blotting out and a rampage of a huge orc horde striving through the land, eventually through an amalgamation of dwarves, elves, and the Aslanti, the human predecessors, I believe, if I remember correctly, to drive them back into a more manageable state. But yes, Balfurum has been a sky fortress that has been basically never not been populated. It has been turned from a sky fortress into one of the gems of the Dwarven Empire. Every dwarf knows of the city of Balfurum and its history, and of its ruling clan, the Sky Miners, who were of the very first, who can trace their lineage all the way back to the original quest for the sky.
Also, I would actually share this information. I'd be like that one cutscene you can't skip and just say it all.
So yes, and since it is one of the gems of dwarven might, it has flourished under dwarven industry and the like, being one of the largest epicenters of dwarven weaponry and the like. Centipede of war. What?
Oh my god, Tristan.
I'm sorry, what?
He was being serious about making the whole landship thing.
Hmm. I figured. But yes, that is the information you know. So, what would you all like to do? You are now surrounded by... You now have the city in front of you. It is midday. It's actually relatively cool, with the wind from the mountains coming in.
I wish I could say the same about my room right now.
The only issue I can see, and I'll look over towards Cyrus, is being comfortable inside city bounds.
Yep.
I mean, we're going to be in a mountain.
I guess you could be on top or above the city?
Actually, let me actually show you what the city looks like now that you're close enough.
Huh.
Is there like a bar or a tavern nearby? Maybe an outdoor pub?
Oh,
It's a dwarven city. I'm sure they have at least one pub.
all of the drinking.
At least one.
Yeah, I meant like it's outside, like it's not inside. It's just like legitly like outside.
Well, first off, let me show you what the city looks like. This is what the city proper looks like. You were able to see a little bit of it as you were climbing down one of the hills.
That's pretty open. I don't think,
Yeah, that's pretty open.
Though you do know that it does, especially with Kiyomi's check, that they have a surface city as well as an undercity built into the mountain itself. This is essentially this has been expansion work. The true city lies underneath.
Sierra, since you're not actually in the Roll20, it looks kind of like a medieval version of navigating Charlottesville.
Actually, you know what? I know what to do.
Oh my god, you're not wrong.
So yeah, it's
You're not
very
wrong.
open.
Hold on.
Okay, well then Cyrus would say there shouldn't be an issue with how open it looks.
Well, it depends on where you have to go.
Oh yeah, but she can wait outside while we turn in the west. That's not a.
Yeah.
Well,
That is what it looks like. I know you're doing things, but should you wish to peruse, it's in Skype.
I'll look over to Cyrus and Kiyomi, or rather from Kiyomi to Cyrus, since I was looking at her a moment ago.
Okay, so long as it's not crowded, we shouldn't have any issues.
So,
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
was that comment about about looking for a bar in character, or is that a question to Greg?
Good question.
Sierra?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Your question about a bar, was that in character, or was that to Greg?
That was to Greg.
Okay. In which case, looking at both you and Kiyomi, drinks?
Yeah. Like she's like she'll like pause, but she'd answer. She's like, yeah.
So you're going to not take a look at the very large forces out here, or question them or anything like that? And I'm just curious because that was originally your plan.
Well, we can grab a drink and then.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if it was outside. If they had like an outdoor only.
Okay, like among the plains.
Yeah.
With how this is, you bet your ass there is some sort of large tent area or something, like a makeshift area where there are drinks and food aplenty, because sure they're doing drills, but which kind of leads into another thing, There are people here that who seem military-esque who do not seem to be of Balforum, though are definitely military of some kind. In very vibrant uniforms. And when I say vibrant, I mean a lot.
Okay. So like neon colors.
More like, let me see if I can find them.
Are they like wearing Carthaginian purple?
Not necessarily. More like this. It's in Skype.
Oh, that's cute.
Some of them do seem to have breastplates and all that, but and various races are dressed up as these. There seems to be no of the other races in the Balforum armor.
I like the guy with the musket. Yeah. Cyrus will grab a drink on the way to, I guess, the turn whatever in?
Yep.
Okay.
I will also grab a drink. Actually, I will grab 2 drinks.
Stop trying to spot my drinks. I will go with Lynn to go turn in the box of questioning.
Yep.
Okay. Kind of going separate ways. We might have to pause because I have to go to my meeting soon. But I have to look for something.
Well, actually, are we sure it's a good idea to split up with how contested this thing is? You know, we probably shouldn't scatter until after we've gotten rid of it.
Well, I was just gonna grab a drink, like, on the way.
Okay, if you're just doing it on the way, we're good.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're not splitting up.
Okay.
I mean, I do have a backup character if we do split up and it goes badly, but I'd rather not have to use it.
Let's not. Yes, let's not, Jess.
And Gar is a kitten, correct?
Yeah, you can shrink into a kitten.
Okay. Because it's bad to leave him as a big tiger.
Especially now that he's a big fuck mothering tiger.
Actually, as you're going through this, seeing this military exercise of some kind, because that's essentially what it is. That's really what you're feeling. You're seeing mostly the dwarven soldiers are in rank and file with. There's about 30 of them formed with long pikes. Like, even for them, it's relatively long. Mm-hmm. And being shown, and sort of being, and one of those colorful people, kind of giving orders in seems to be saying something in Dwarven to them, and then they lower their pikes and kind of march into formation forward. Some are using two-handed swords or axes, and they're like, But as you are getting closer to the drinks, the last thing I will leave you with, because I probably have to get going very soon, is need to check a thing. Let's see if I can find
See if there's
a
gonna be
noise
any
for this.
ruffian drunks.
Hmm.
Hmm?
You seeing if there's gonna be any ruffian drunks that we need to beat up for being ruffians?
No, I think the dwarves would handle that one.
Good, because I think
Okay,
Cyrus
well-
would bite their hand off.
Eh. She can try.
Okay, I more finished.
Eat them
I'll
like
bite their
Mike
hand off.
Tyson eats M&M.
No, I think what would happen is she goes demonic and just rips their heart out and eats it in front of them.
Besides my eyes shifting color, I try very hard not to go demonic. If I can help it.
Just saying, a drunk touching Cyrus in the middle of Dwarven City, I think it would be justified to go demonic.
Yeah?
Especially the way Cyrus's character is.
Yeah. Go pack your stuff up.
What was the line? Being unconscious does not give you permission.
Well, I can't really think of a sound effect for this, but I can't find a proper one. But as you are approaching from the city, you see, for those of you kind of having your eyes wander, notice as the city gates are opening, because the drinks are a little bit closer to them, about 100 or a little over 200 feet away from it. You're able to see it. Of the very large gates of Balforum have been opened, or they are open, but then you feel and kind of feel the earth shake a little bit, and as the noise, the clinking gets louder and louder, it gets more pronounced of the shaking.
Okay.
I'm not too concerned.
I'm a little on edge, so I will rest my hand on the hilt of my blade.
Those that are around you kind of do notice this. Traders seem to be nervous, like kind of concerned what's going on. But those that are dwarven or of the colorful soldiers seem to gain a bit of a smile as they feel the earth rumble beneath them. As in front of you, standing, I would say, near almost the size of a house. This monstrosity.
Oh, good old War Machine.
Knowledge engineering.
You may make that roll, and I'll get back to you as it steps out of the door with a dwarf beside it with a staff with glowing runes that's shaped bold. as the dwarf gets a little bit more into the clearing, hits his staff to the ground, and the machine, and this thing takes a moment to kind of takes its hammer, smashes it into the ground, puts it into the ground, boom, and almost seems to beat its chest with the left arm and give a very almost gut what you think is a roar with steam machine. It's imagine a steam whistle, but much more lower in pitch and more guttural. Like something is alive in this thing. And I shall get back to you all.
All right.